last week, a certain video started trending online showing how a school structure, because I can't call that building, a school structure collapsed on the little kids who were in the structure at that time learning. Now, this video trended last week, and it trended the more over the weekend, and that's because Senator Dino Melaye reposted that video and made comments, and in his comments he was actually talking about the elites and those in authority, how they have actually done wrong for this country. Let's take a look at that video and we'll come back with comments. You know, a very sad video to watch there. Little children who are just trying to get an education and almost killed in that. Anyways, like I mentioned earlier, the video started trending again over the weekend, and that's because Dino Melaye reposted the video and made certain comments, you know, fingering the elites and the leaders, you know, for bringing us to this point. These men at my table are very naughty. Okay, so anyways, gentlemen, let's have your comments on this video.
You know, it was the same thing when they said they are going to be having safe schools, i.e. they will fence all schools and ensure manned gates. Of course, it didn't happen, and that was why evil-minded cabals will go to a school and take away 287 pupils. And I was saying on another TV, and I said, these things are happening to schools attended by children of peasants, of course, not elites. Let me tell you, all this grammar that they've been talking since last week, I didn't mean 2 or 1 governor's child or a National Assembly member's child is in that school. The story will have changed. But each child from Kankara to Chibok, name it, it's always been children of peasants going through the. I couldn't look at that video because it could have been me, it could have been my child, it could have been anybody's child. Goes to show, I've told you this before in private, that we have never been blessed with the quality leadership that we deserve. What we've been having, even before independence, has been past governments. Remember, somebody was taken to court for stealing money before independence. Is there in the law reports? So please, I hope this will be a wake-up call to those in power at all levels now, local government, state and federal, to see that such a thing is not.
First of all, isn't it disheartening to see that we still have structures like this as schools, you know, in 2024?
It's not a private school, it's a government school, for that matter. We should have moved far away. Nigeria is not poor to sustain or to be managing at this level. Just pray.
Yes, amen. The thing is, you talked about wake-up call. Nothing wakes up our elite. It's only their pocket, their personal interests, their family concerns that wake them up. So the thing is, President Trump once talked about shithole countries, and he included Nigeria in those countries. And I wrote an article to say that I support Donald Trump. What his characterization of Nigeria is right. And people will tell me off, but people like to insult me. It makes me feel good when people insult me, because at least it shows you read the article, it impressed you one way or the other. So your response is irrelevant to me. It is that I've struck you one way or the other. But people told me, oh, but even before during the colonial era, students, no, the white man with all the aspersion we cast on him about the colonialism and selfish interests, built schools. They did not collapse. Missionaries built schools. They did not collapse. And how many years later, with the oil boom, with the amount of money we've made over the years, look at what a school looks like. That the roofing is thatch roofing. How can things like that continue to happen in Nigeria in this era? It's sad. It defies reason. It cannot be rationalized by any normal yardstick. But it continues to happen. That's the sad part of it. So Dino Melaye has done a wonderful job by calling our attention to this. But the power elite are all the same. They are basically the same. But sometimes they want to pander to the masses. What do they call it? Playing to the gallery. Maybe elections are coming around. He wants to act like a sentinel of the public good. But this is exceptionally bad. This is intolerable. And things like this cannot continue to happen in this country.
Thank you, Mrs. Gama. Chief Officer, please.
You see, we can sit down here every day talk about the poor situation of schools in this country and will not make any headway. See, the only thing that can cause this to end, you see, I don't know whether you watched the House of Senate on Ningi crisis the other day. You saw how energetic, how enthusiastic they all were, because they were. The more they try to cover up, the more you open up. They need to somebody. I want to call somebody out. Martin Essen is my representative in the House of Assembly. His House of Rep represents my constituency, or nation state constituency and federal constituency. I want him to move. I want him to make a proposal first for all the public office holders in this country not to send their children abroad for education. Hello, listen, please. You see, we can sit down here today. A democracy in Nigeria has never been this long.
No.
We have never witnessed a democracy that is this long in terms longevity.
25 years. Yes.
It is because we all wanted it to go, despite the fact that we are feeling hardship. You know, sir, we want it to go, and that's what I'm saying. The moment we put pressure on the National Assembly, State House of Assembly to pass this budget, see, we will continue to be like this. Kudu to Lagos State. Lagos State Ministry of Education is doing a great job in Lagos. Look, you can't have a building like that as a school in this place. It's not possible. But when you go to places like Kogi, go to places like Kwara, Sokoto, you will see places worth that place. And because the people that will send their children to that place call private school, because everybody now don't want to know if you must be the poor of the poorest to send your children to public schools now in Nigeria. That means you have no social systems at all. So, but as long as, even if it's a thatch house called private school, my pikin is going there, so you have also part away with something good, and so you are doing well. So if we begin to do that, because as long as children of the public office holders are going to school abroad, the state of education will still remain like this. We have to do something about. I know you can shake your head, but you are one of the people that always criticize the more poor masses for not acting well, for not being patient, societal. What is it? See, the problem I have with some people that somebody wrote something about political columnists, and there are so many across Nigeria. I read one this morning. I was laughing, and I say, "Is this man I know very well that somebody is choosing word to launder him like this?" If we do that, if the children of the president, vice president, senators, House of Rep, political appointees, ministers, commissioners are all going to school in this country, I can tell you for a fact, the state of education may not be where we're supposed to be, but it is going to be better.
Dramatically.
All of this is you are talking about. You can sit down here and talk tomorrow. But if you are a businessman, you want to send your picking, you want to send your child abroad, you are free. That is your own money. But as long as you are being paid by taxpayers' money, that should happen.
All right, it's a really sad video to watch. 10 seconds, Are. We have to move on.
Because how do we implement that?
Law.
Wait now, how practicable? Listen, a president came and said he will never go abroad for medical treatment. This same person spent more than half of his tenure abroad for what? Medical treatment. The same person.
Is it breaking a
law?
No, wait.
It's not the law. He's not breaking the law.
He made a promise.
He made a political statement, sir.
Excuse me. He made a promise that end him.
Let's make
the political make law first. Let him break the law. Let us see that the president has broken the law. Then we will know what to do.
You have to.
Let's maintain decorum at the table, gentlemen. One person at a time, so we can hear each other. Thank you.
You have to secure the ground before worrying about the mat to put on it. So let's make the law first. And then worry about if it's enforceable or if government officials will continue to break the law. But for now, there's no law.
And as it stands, if there's no law, then you're not committing crime. But then that video really is very sad, very pathetic to know that Nigerian children, are still subjected to that kind of life, in terms of where to acquire an education from. This is 2024, for crying out loud. I hope no child died in that, I don't even know what to call it. It's sad, really. It's sad.